Have you ever wondered what happens when you wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning? At a time that does not coincide with your usual schedule. Suddenly you open your eyes. You feel alert. And you wonder what is happening. This feeling is no coincidence. There is something special in that moment. Something that seems almost magical. Today I want to explain what really happens when you wake up at that time. And what steps you can take to make the most of that instant. And manifest any desire you have. But before we start, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'm posting content every day, full of teachings that will help you keep learning and evolving. You won't want to miss the opportunity to deepen this knowledge. Now, let's get started with this special lesson. I hope you are having a spectacular day, full of brilliance and growth, taking your life to a higher level. Today I will talk to you about some very ancient spiritual principles, which belong to a spiritual technology, which goes back more than 10,000 years. These principles can help you manifest any reality you desire in your life. And best of all, we are not talking about simple theories. This wisdom has been passed down and practiced for generations. Many people ask me what it means to wake up between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and what to do at that moment. Today, the answer will surprise you, and can bring you great benefits if you decide to put it into practice. If you are excited to learn about this topic, keep watching the video. First of all, I want to clarify that what I share with you is not a simple opinion of mine. It is knowledge based on ancient wisdom. Throughout the centuries, many sages and ancient texts have spoken about how we can live a full life, manifest the reality we want, and connect with the universe. This spiritual technology teaches us to leave behind suffering, scarcity, fear, and insecurity, to embrace faith, abundance, and prosperity, shows us how to synchronize with the universe to live in harmony, and prosper in all aspects of life. Unfortunately, in our society, we have been educated to depend on modern science, as if it were the only source of truth. Although science has made important advances, it does not always have all the answers. Sometimes, it takes a long time before Western science discovers something that the ancient wisdoms already knew. A clear example of this is fasting. For centuries, these traditions have recommended fasting as a way to purify the body and mind. Modern science has recently begun to recognize the benefits of intermittent fasting, and the phenomenon of autophagy. But this practice was already present in the ancient spiritual teachings. Waiting for modern science to solve all our problems may be a mistake. The ancient teachings already contain practical solutions to many of our challenges, from health, to relationships, to money. These wisdoms were developed in times when there were no social networks, no television, and the ancient sages dedicated their lives to observing and understanding the world. So trust that this ancient knowledge can offer you answers. Back to the central theme. What happens when you wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning? In many spiritual traditions, this time is known as the hour of the gods, or the hour of ambrosia. This is a time when, according to Ayurveda and other ancient philosophies, we are in perfect tune with the universe. This deep connection allows us to access a special energy, which empowers whatever we do at that time. From visualizing our goals, to meditating, to planning the day. It is essential to understand that this is an hour of high energetic frequency. And if you wake up at that time, instead of going back to sleep, you can take advantage of that energy to work on your goals and desires. You can do manifestation exercises, practice gratitude, do a deep meditation, or visualize your dreams. The energy you experience at that time makes any intention or activity you do get stronger. It is important to mention that if you wake up at that time, but you lead a disordered life, this could be signaling an imbalance. If you have an unhealthy routine, and you wake up between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m., you may need to reorganize your habits. Sleep after 11 p.m. is not aligned with nature's cycles, and can shorten life and bring illness. Ideally, you should go to bed between 9 and 11 p.m. to be in tune with the cosmos. In our culture, however, many times, we stay up late. Whether watching TV shows or using social networks, exposure to artificial light alters our sleep rhythms, and disconnects us from nature. This habit creates imbalances in our sleep, and in our life in general. Reconnecting with the natural cycles of day and night is essential for your well-being. For those who are already on a spiritual path, Waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning is a sign that you are in sync with the universe. If you are one of them, this is the ideal time to carry out your spiritual and manifestation practices. If you are not yet familiar with these concepts, you can start by dedicating 20 minutes before sunrise, or 20 minutes before sunset, to your reflection and visualization practices. If you manage to go to bed early and wake up naturally between 3 and 5 in the morning, you will notice an increase in energy, creativity, and productivity during the day. This change in your routine will allow you to move forward with your projects, make the most of your day, and feel at peace. Over time, you will find that you are making the most of every moment, advancing on your spiritual and personal path. When you wake up at that special time between 3 and 5 in the morning, instead of becoming alarmed, or thinking that you need more sleep, remember that you are receiving an invitation from the universe to seize that unique moment. This is a time when you can deeply connect with your intentions and desires, visualizing your ideal future, and creating a positive vibration that will impact the rest of your day. It is natural that, due to cultural beliefs, you feel you must sleep 8 hours straight. However, there are people who practice spirituality, and manage to be perfectly healthy, sleeping only a few hours each night. Although rest is necessary, once you have reached deep sleep, or paradoxical sleep, your body has already performed the necessary vital functions. If you wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, after deep sleep, consider that you have had enough rest. It is important to understand that this awakening is also an opportunity to release limiting beliefs. If you wake up and think, "I have not slept enough," your mind could trigger a negative reaction, making you feel tired and irritated for the rest of the day. But if you understand that your awakening is a sign of harmony with the universe, you can accept this time as a special moment to create and strengthen your spiritual life. For those who have already begun their spiritual path and have developed daily practices, this hour is the perfect time. Dedicating time to meditation, to planning your objectives, or visualizing your desires will allow you to reach your goals with multiplied energy. If, on the other hand, you are not yet completely familiar with these spiritual practices, you can begin by taking advantage of the 20 minutes before sunrise or sunset, which are also times of high energetic frequency, and conducive to initiate your connection. Which are also times of high energetic frequency, and propitious to initiate your connection. Waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning is considered a wake-up call for those who are ready to advance spiritually. Taking advantage of these minutes every day will allow you to improve your energy, your focus, and your productivity, opening the way to a significant spiritual and personal advancement. You will realize that, as you practice these teachings, you will become more aligned with the universal flow, and your life will begin to flow more naturally. I want you to remember that this connection to the universe is something we can all access. When you awaken in this special hour, and choose to connect with your desires and aspirations, you are cultivating a deeper relationship with the energy that sustains all that exists. This is the essence of the teaching that we are all one. For we are all interconnected with the whole, and we can strengthen that connection by aligning ourselves with the rhythms of nature. In ancient wisdom, it is said that human beings are not separate individuals. We are part of a greater universal consciousness. This means that everything from people to objects and living things is connected to the same energy. This may explain why, when we feel bad, our appliances, they can break down, or our things start to malfunction. Every part of our environment is an extension of our energy, and when we are in balance, everything in our life works in harmony. To strengthen this connection, there is a simple but powerful principle. Talk to everything around you. This does not necessarily mean talking out loud, but recognizing the energy and purpose of everything in your life. If you want your car to run well, send it positive energy. If you want the cells in your body to work in balance, send them messages of love and gratitude. There are hundreds of documented cases where people have healed themselves by talking to their cells, guiding them to health and wellness. Modern science calls some of these cases spontaneous remissions. But the spiritual traditions, if you are determined to implement this practice in your life, start by making small changes. Go to bed early, between 9 and 11 p.m., so you can wake up naturally in the early morning. This simple change will allow you to experience the connection with nature and the universe on a new scale. When you wake up at this special time, Instead of resisting, or feeling anxious, recognize the opportunity to connect with your inner energy, and with the whole. Take the opportunity to make a list of your goals. Reflect on your intentions. Or practice a short silent meditation. This time is ideal for any activity that helps to empower your dreams and desires. For those who are new to this practice, it is important to remember that any change requires time and consistency. It is important to remember that any change requires time and consistency. If you are not yet comfortable with the idea of waking up at this time, begin by dedicating a few minutes of reflection at other quiet times, such as before sunrise, or during sunset. Over time, as you strengthen your connection, you will feel more prepared to take full advantage of the hours between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning. This is a journey of self-knowledge, and each step you take brings you closer to a life of greater abundance and peace. The key is to understand that the universe is always there to help you in this process, and when you respond to its call, especially in these high-energy hours, you are allowing that connection to guide you to a fuller, more meaningful life. I hope this information has inspired you to consider these early morning moments as an opportunity to grow and manifest your desires. If you are committed to living in harmony with the universe, and wish to receive more teachings, subscribe and turn on the little bell to receive my new videos, which are full of powerful tips to help you achieve the life you desire. Remember, the power of your life and your energy is in your hands. Take this opportunity and discover what you can achieve by aligning with the whole. See you in the next video.